Sunday, March 14, 1886. Sri Ramakrishna sat facing the north in the large room upstairs. It was evening. He was very ill. Narendra and Rakhal were gently massaging his feet. M sat nearby. The master, by a sign, asked him too to stroke his feet. M obeyed. The previous Sunday, the devotees had observed Sri Ramakrishna's birthday with worship and prayer. His birthday the year before had been observed at Dakhineshwar with great pomp. But this year, on account of his illness, the devotees were very sad, and there was no festivity at all. The Holy Mother busied herself day and night in the Master's service. Among the young disciples, Narendra, Rakhal, Niranjan, Sharad, Shoshi, Baburam, Jogin, Latu, and Kali had been staying with him at the garden house. The older devotees visited him daily, and some of them occasionally spent the night there. That day, Sri Ramakrishna was feeling very ill. At midnight, the moonlight flooded the garden, but it could wake no response in the devotees' hearts. They were drowned in a sea of grief. They felt that they were living in a beautiful city besieged by a hostile army. Perfect silence reigned everywhere. Nature was still, except for the gentle rustling of the leaves at the touch of the south wind. Sri Ramakrishna lay awake. One or two devotees sat near him in silence. At times, he seemed to doze. M was seated by his side. Sri Ramakrishna asked him by a sign to come nearer. The sight of his suffering was unbearable. In a very soft voice and with great difficulty, he said to M, "I have gone on suffering so much for fear of making you all weep. But if you all say, 'Oh, there is so much suffering, let the body die,' then I may give up the body." These words pierced the devotees' hearts, and he who was their father, mother, and protector had uttered these words. What could they say? All sat in silence. Some thought, "Is this another crucifixion? The sacrifice of the body for the sake of the devotees?" It was the dead of night. Sri Ramakrishna's illness was taking a turn for the worse. The devotees wondered what was to be done. One of them left for Kolkata. That very night, Girish came to the garden house with two physicians, Upendra and Nabagopal. The devotees sat near the master. He felt a little better and said to them, "The illness is of the body. That is as it should be. I see that the body is made of the 5 elements." Turning to Girish, he said, "I am seeing many forms of God. Among them, I find this one also," meaning his own form.